magnolia, ran through the yoke. Jumped out the window, landed on the porch. I was yelling heads up when I saw them folks. Miss Shirley had the weed, gangsta had the coke. Nigga wasn't rich, but he wasn't broke. And I ain't never fixed shit unless the shit broke. Swimming in that water, I ain't never float. Never stopped a red light when I was on go. Started as a rookie, then became a pro. Traded in my 50 for a Kango. Ain't no nigga could tell ya I ain't live it or tell ya I ain't did it, cause I am one of the realest. Best for the summer, trucks for the winter. Catch me in the fur, a fox, a chinchilla. Minding my own business, cause business was doing well. On the highway to heaven, but sending niggas to hell. Black 38, I ain't never left for shell. Kicking doors in, I ain't never ring a bell. Black shell toes, I run like the MC. Light gray Benz, the kids was AMG. I'm an A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Choppin gang with your OG, we back once again. I'm your OG Cello from the ghetto. I got my home in my right hand.
Loaded.
And you know we don't make no introductions, but we got an OG in here tonight.
That's an OGette.
OGette?
Yeah, that's what you put on women. OGette.
OGette.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown.
I call myself OM Jesus, aka OM Jesus. Yeah, you know, I'm blessed. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Downtown Lesli Brown asked me if you thought I was bigger than this all you get.
It's nice.
They make us like this in the 7 Ball. I'm half the size, double the rough. You heard me?
I'm sorry, Marcelo told you. I thought you was fat.
I didn't tell you it was real.
But no, here's the thing though. A lot of folks, they think it's a compliment to say, man, you don't look nothing like you sound. But then if I say, what you thought I looked like, they're like, I don't know. So I'm like, fuck, they thought I looked like Eddie Barrett with eyelashes or some shit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck you think I look like? But see, radio will do that to y'all. You've been listening to women on the radio forever.
Sound fat.
But listen, them hoes sound sexy. They don't sound as rough as me. It's like, hey, you feel me? But then them hoes be the size of the whole fucking studio. Be like, bitch. Yeah, I'm from Sugar Hill.
I know.
Sugar Hill. I'm from Sear Street. I'm from Sear Street, but right there in between Frenchman and Elysia Field. You know?
So what got you into this radio shit?
Music. Man, I thought me and my homegirl was gonna be the next Salt and Pepper, like for real. Like, man, we was trying to do this music thing or whatever, and after record deal fell through. And me being like the typical, I ain't gonna say the typical, cause that's not typical. Me being a New Orleans girl from the hood, getting pregnant my senior year in high school, it's like shit, record deals falling through ain't really the look. It's like you gotta do something because you have to provide for your kid.
Right.
So it's like, man, okay, what I'm gonna do? But it just so happened that a new radio station started. And it was U104.5. And shoot, I called a dude on the radio, I said, man, how I get a job like you? And he was like, come down here and fill out that application.
That's how you got the job?
No, look, kind of like, yeah, but not. And that's why when people be like, how I get in radio, I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Shit, because it ain't no, like sometimes, man, when I came to a fork in the road, fuck, I went straight, I ain't go right or left. Hey, sometimes that's what you gotta do, you gotta create your own path. You feel what I'm saying? I called, say, how I get a job like you? Motherfucker said, hey, come and fill out the application. I'm like, cool. Filled out the application, and then I went out, they said they was gonna do me an interview for a receptionist, right? So they hired, well, before they hired me as a receptionist, you know, this was in 2001, because in October of this year, it'll be 20 years I've been doing radio.
Wow.
So,
congratulations.
Thank you. You know, that's a blessing in itself.
That's longevity.
But it's like, you know, shit, I really started from somewhere, and that's the problem with a lot of folks today. They don't want to start from nothing. They just won't jump in and be on
at the top, right.
You know? So it's like, shoot, it was like September, you had the interview, was like, we gonna call you. Then they ain't never called me.
You called them?
So I called them, and so look what he said. Well, you know, 9/11, not me, because they wasn't called 9/11 off the bat. It's like, you know what happened with the World Trade Center?
Right.
I said, well, wait, that happened here? Fuck. Like, what the fuck they gotta do with me getting the job here, nigga? So at the time when they had the radio station, there was 30,000 hits in a row. That's what they wasn't running no commercials. They had no sales team or nothing. Like, I ain't really had nothing to do but answer the phone, cause you know. So what I did was every morning I would watch the morning guy on the radio.
So you actually was the receptionist?
I was the receptionist. So they ended up hiring me as a receptionist. The motherfucker said, hey, we can hire you. We got 20 hours a week for $8 an hour. I said, hey, I put him on hold.
Like,
I put the nigga on hold. No, I put the nigga on. It was a white dude. Put the motherfucker on hold. I came back. I said, hey, if you make it 25 hours a week, you got a deal. That motherfucker put me on hold. I said, this bitch put me on. But then he hired me, right? But it's like, shit, I realized I wasn't doing nothing. I'm reading books and shit. Just reading books just to pass the time. Answer the phone. Nah, we ain't playing no local music at the time. Nah, we ain't, fuck, we ain't doing no advertisement. It wasn't nothing to really do, but just, fuck.
Answer the phone.
Answer the phone. So what I did was I would go early, watch the morning guy every morning. 5 months straight. Oh, in my thing. You gotta lean like that the whole time? Shit, nigga, I don't know that. I ain't did that.
You did me that.
He did that. He probably should have put you right here.
Give me that.
I gotta be on top. See, that's what happens when you be
Let me get out your business.
Yeah, see, when I'm on bottom, that's how y'all niggas make the girls. Anyway, see how we put in that word. Anyway.
Listening.
So I would watch the morning guy every morning.
Who was the morning guy?
The morning guy, his name was J Love. And in all honesty, I was just in there talking to him and watching him work the board, watch him answer the phone, watch him edit calls, watch him do all these things. This was at 104.5.
104.5, right?
It was a new station giving you 30,000 hits in a row. It's a new R&B station.
Commercials done
At all.
nothing.
For 2 years straight. Look, what it was, I mean, shit. White folks bought a station for $2 million, ran it commercial free for 2 years, and sold a bitch for $8.5 million to a black company.
Just that easy.
Just that easy. You just have to have the money to invest in order to
flip, right.
And understand, like, if a motherfucker do that right now in New Orleans, the way New Orleans only have one hip hop station, they'll win.
Watch your mouth.
They will win.
Right now.
Buy a small signal, run that bitch for 2 years, but you gotta have the revenue to do that. You know what I mean? You gotta have the revenue to staff people and everything. Okay. Because you gotta understand what it is that you can get in return.
So you gotta have like $4 million worth of capital, huh?
I mean, shit, you get the numbers to where you want them to be, and then you can sell it. It's just like this show. Get the numbers the way you want it to be.
Right.
Shit, you gonna have sponsors fucking lining up out the door. It's just how it is. It's just how it goes. So
right there.
yeah. So that's what they did, and I walked in on an opportunity. Sometimes, man, sometimes your preparation don't mean shit unless you meet an opportunity.
Right.
Like, you know, and it's crazy because it's like, so shit, 5 months in, I go and tell the program director, who was a white guy, he was named DJ Superman. He was on the radio. DJ Superman, a white dude. He was on from 10 to 2. He the one that hired me and gave me the job, right? So I go in and I tell him, I say, hey, I think I want to be on F. So he tell me, learn the board.
And you already on.
And yeah, he like, learn the board, and boom. When you learn it, come back and talk to me. So the next day I said, hey, I'm ready. So white boy look at me like, man, I just told this nigga yesterday.
24 hours.
I just told this nigga yesterday to learn the board, bitch, and then I got you. But this bitch, so he was like, look, when you get off the reception job, because I was only working from, I think like 8 to 3, I don't really remember my time, like maybe 9 to 3. It's like 5 hours a day or whatever. Because like I told you, I was 25 hours a week.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, I ain't gonna come in for 4 hours a day, but if you make it 5 hours a day, that was my negotiation in the beginning, you know? So of course, you know, shit, to come in an hour early and fuck watch the morning guy for an hour and then go do what the fuck I gotta do and then, you know, do it all over again, that was kind of like my teaching, my learning over there. So anyway, get off work about 2, 3 o'clock, this motherfucker said, well, hey, when you get off, come back about 5 p.m., we gonna do a live on air check. So I'm like, cool. So he like, so shit. I go in the studio, and I was trash. I was like, it's you, 104.5, we give you 30,000. I was trying to sound like the white bro, because I thought that was the white bro. I mean, fuck, we had a DJ J Love, he was black, he sound white. DJ Superman, he was white, and he sound white. And DJ Jammer, that motherfucker was white. and he sound white too. So I was like, I ain't saying white is right, but I'm saying
But
white.
that's what you thought they wanted.
Look, that's what I thought they wanted, but at the end of the day, this is my first time ever speaking on the radio. This was my first time ever, but I also was like, man, I'm gonna do it this way, get my foot in the door, and get my music played. I only wanted to be on the radio so I could play my music. I was like, oh, boy, I'm about to be on, I'm about to run that shit. Then that's when I realized, shit, the music business is called the music business for a reason. Because it's a business. And if you don't know the business, man, fuck, they'll play you. Right?
That's
so,
anything though. That's in life though.
I mean, yeah, but you talking to, at that time I was 24 years old. You know? And people don't even realize that even at 24, and even if you was acting like you was grown, and even if you had a baby, that shit don't make you grown. And that shit don't make you educated. And the problem is when I got into radio was I ain't know how to separate radio, no, I ain't know how to separate radio corporate life from the streets. If I deemed you fake, I just ain't fuck with you, period.
Right.
Like in real life, man, can you do this promo? Like, nah.
You can't get money from motherfuckers that we don't fuck with.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, and it's like, shit, you can get that money and still not fuck with it.
Right.
But
you get the fuck on.
exactly. But it take you, sometimes we have to learn the hard way. And people say, man, why you insist on taking the hard road? What make you think I see more than one road? And some people have that mentality, man. Everybody don't see more than one road. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody don't see a good way or a bad way. You wonder how motherfuckers get trapped up into some shit and how little young boys in New Orleans running astray and shit is like, because shit, they only see that one road. They feel like that's their only fucking way out. In the 90s when I was fucking coming up, man, shit, I wanted me a dope boy. Man, the sad part is after you date a nigga that sell drugs, you can't date no regular nigga. Fuck you mean you ain't got $4,000? Bitch, you ain't got $4,000? Fuck you mean? I need that right now. You can't put your hands on that right now. Nigga like, man, regular, I see a regular nigga, I can't even get regular out because that's how much I don't like regular nigga. Man, I'm like, man, you can't put right. Look, I just need something. I'm sorry, because you know people be getting that.
Regular niggas think it's tricky. They got some money, they
Regular niggas just don't understand what they getting themselves into.
Look, here's the thing.
You got to be a dope boy.
No, this is the thing about
street niggas.
Look, I just feel that regular niggas and all niggas have to stay in their bracket.
Lane. Everybody got a lane.
Yeah.
Right.
Like shit, I ain't saying bitches is hoes or nothing, but fuck, man. I mean, hoes.
No.
Man, I tell people I'm a host. I host shows, ST on there. They don't be hearing that ST because I'm from New Orleans. Fuck, I talk fast and they curse.
The reason why I say that, bro, you say you're mad but you laying on your mama's couch. That I can't say how you.
Well, what niggas you know later? What nigga? Call that nigga out. Which one?
I ain't calling them.
Well, shit, I want real tea. I want that tea straight. I want that tea piping hot out the petty pot. You feel? What's in my cup is in my cup.
That's crazy, bro. That's wild, bro. I'm not gonna call that out.
How did you actually after you went through your training or whatever he thought set you up?
I mean, yeah, I was garbage, right? And I could hit like when I cut the mic off, boom. I swear on everything, I could hear them laughing in his office, like right in there, like it was like wow, like yeah. But he was on mid days, so one day he was off and he was like, "Can you fill in for my show?" I was garbage then too. He just asked me to fill in every now and again. If he go out of town, if he do something, he asked me to fill in for his show. Again, I'm still a receptionist, make $8 an hour, but I'm Lesli from the 7th Ward. Shit, I'll go off on the person that's on the phone and give him the phone number to call the front desk and be like, shit, call my boss. And boom. And then I answer the regular phone. Hello, thank you for calling you. I was playing on that bitch that was on the radio. She cussed me out. Okay, I'll get into it.
You know we was thinking when we was hearing you on the radio?
What?
They gonna fire the fuck out of us.
Look.
I'm telling you, like, man, you remember her? We was being on the radio and that shit?
Listen.
Man, I'm telling you, reckless.
Listen. Look, let me tell y'all. Because, again, I'm self-taught. But I'm from the hood. And it ain't no secret to that, right? But eventually, he ended up giving me his midday spot. Asked me, but the sad part, when I got that midday spot, I still was a receptionist and still making $8 an hour.
And you
like so,
you were doing 2 jobs and still making
still making $8 an hour. And this is the thing about the radio business or any business. Like shit, their thing is to get the most for
the less of the buck.
Yeah. So it's like people, but this the thing though, people will monopolize and capitalize off of your ignorance. And ignorance is just not knowing. You don't know the business. But this the thing, you don't know what you're supposed to be eating if you happy with what you're eating. You know what I mean? It's like, man, a lot of motherfuckers, man, do shit for the love. And me being from the streets, it's almost like at the end of that radio gig though, it's almost like being in a relationship, right? Or being in a situationship. I know a lot of ladies gonna be able to figure this shit out. It's like being in a situationship. It's like, shit, you making love to a nigga, but a nigga only fucking you. You know what I mean? It ain't a meeting of the minds. It's like at the end of the day, like, man, how I'ma keep making love to you and you only fucking me? Cause that mean that you only have one goal. And that's for you to come. And I'm saying, hey man, you know what? Eventually I'ma give me, cause I love this so much. And you gotta realize, like, man, fuck, that's what, fuck, love don't pay the bills. It really fucking don't. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Everybody ain't have my situation, cause I ain't got no sad, sorry story. I ain't grow up with no silver spoon, but once I start fucking, I ain't want for nothing. Period. And that's just how it is. I ain't fuck with a nigga who ain't had nothing, cause what the fuck I look like fucking with a nigga who have just as much as I got? Nothing. Like, fuck, man, I'm trying to get better than my situation.
Men supposed to feel like that too.
Man, you feel like that as a man. We talking about the coming of age. We still talking about a 24-year-old woman who just got into radio. Don't misconstrue your whole shit in these old bitches that get random. That's already motherfucking random. Them hoes already like, I know what I want and the man got it. Man, fuck them hoes and fuck them niggas that think them hoes just like all them hoes. Cause this ain't the old fight. Y'all got a fan in this bitch cause it's about to get hot in this motherfucker. Shit.
Not all women want
fuck, you think Juvenile at 400 degrees? You ain't fuck with Lesli Brown in this motherfucker. He weighs about
all women want one thing. Man that can protect them and provide for them. That's simple.
In this day and age, you don't even have to be a man. So see what I'm saying? Like shit, you gotta grow with the times, baby. That's what I'm saying. Your mindset is still set in the times of all that shit. Fuck, nigga, this nigga was talking about a nigga sleeping on a goddamn sofa and shit. Niggas, I don't know no niggas still sleeping on no sofas. Not no niggas I know at their mama house. Shit.
You'd be surprised.
I would be surprised, but that's what I'm saying. Fuck, if you surround yourself with niggas that still at their mama house sleeping on the couch, man, if you the dopest nigga, if you the richest nigga, you in the wrong fucking crew. Shit, man, everybody's supposed to look the same. Everybody's supposed to look like a boss. I don't give a fuck if that nigga a bum.
Get up off that couch,
shit,
bitch. Get your bum ass off that couch. You go, let's go get some.
And that's why this nigga in the same mindset, because at the end of the day, shit, the law gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Sometimes you gotta listen more and talk less. You ain't gonna be able to hear what I'm saying if you talking at the same time too. But I understand niggas like you. Y'all niggas already know everything, and that's why shit. He got all that. You got all that?
Go get it.
I'm just asking for a friend. My friend told me to ask that. Yeah, man. I'm saying shit. Set me up. This nigga told me I was gonna be in the hot seat. Shit. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't give a fuck anybody, ain't nobody fucking with me. And that's the thing though. But I'm not about to reintroduce myself to no fucking body. At the end of the day, if you ain't know me, you gon' know me. And when you try to book me, bitch, I'ma double it and I'ma add tax. Cause I know my worth. And I unapologetically ask for my motherfucking worth from any and everybody. If you ain't got what I'm asking, shit, nigga, you can put me on layaway. Fuck, nigga, save your coins like you do for them ballots when them bitches rich. Shit, save your coins like you did for them jets. Yeah, I ain't even talking about pussy. I'm talking about being a hoe. I'm talking about what I'm. I'm on one. I'm on 2 +5. That mean I'm on 7. Cause I'm from downtown. Yeah, they ain't cause of that.
I'm saying you keep saying that he thought he was fat.
Nigga, you keep saying he thought I was fat.
She fine.
I was trying to remind you what that nigga said.
She fine and she cute, but you can lay there.
Man, if you think I'm fine, wait till you find out how funny I am, man. Look, check this out. I do comedy.
I was just
And
Where you have shows?
man, everywhere. You should book me. How much money you got?
Oh, I ain't got a shut ain't good check. I'm still working.
Man.
When I get my first check, we gonna book you.
Make sure you book him.
Say, when we get our first, I get my first check.
Make sure you book him.
When you send me my first check, bro, we book it. Lesli
Cause I work like
time for the show.
Check this out.
And we going
like, I know when we first started hearing you, like a lot of us, we saw you and we was like, oh shit, it's somebody from the hood on the radio.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's like I used to listen to the songs on the radio, right? Let me tell you about the first time I almost got fired from radio. And then look, this is the first time, this is the longest I ever had a gig, man. Shout out to 102.9. Man, I started with them when they was old school in 08, old school 102.9. They switched it over to be a hip hop station, Power 102.9. Right. Now they a R&B station, which is KMEZ 102.9. And at the end of the day, out of all of those changes, the one consistent is downtown Lesli Brown.
Fact.
And I'ma humbly brag a little bit because it ain't too many people that can be in the game and say, man, my audience grew with me.
Okay.
Fuck, when I get on old school, my boss used to say, man, Black, can you sound less hip hop? I said, Black, can you start a hip hop station? And 5 months, it's crazy how it happened 5 month increments because the first job, 5 months I was on air. And then when I got that job, it was like 5 months, they turned into a hip hop station. And when he turned to a hip hop station, shit, I was on that night, killing shit, doing what I do. You feel what I'm saying? And then we talking about 10 years later, 11 years later, shit, I turned 42. This was 2 years ago. 3. Fuck, don't mind me. It's the smoke. Whatever the fuck the number is, you heard? I turned 45 this year, you heard me? Anyway, I gave this party called 42 Lit. You feel me? 42 Lit. And so my boss called me in the office and was like, so when he called me in the office, he said we had a meeting. So my program director was there, the general manager was there, and the goddamn HR man was there. Like, I thought it was just gonna be a one-on-one.
You about to get fired and get a raise.
So look what I tell him. Move your hand. Look what I tell him. I said, I walk into the office. There's 2 black dudes. They're the program director and the HR dude. And it's the GM, the white guy. So I said, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This is a true story. I said, I don't know what the fuck going on, but if I ain't got a job when I leave here, ain't nobody gonna have a job when I leave here. I'm gonna burn this bitch down. All I'm saying, bitch, you better leave when I leave. Cause it ain't gonna be nothing to work with in this motherfucker. And I meant what I said, you know. Look, it wasn't until the white boy left that the other 2 dudes left. You feel me? Right. Sometimes niggas stop. It is. Yeah. Boom. You said bam. Yeah. And the white dude tell me, man, Lesli Brown, the only way you don't have a job is if you don't want a job here. You feel me? That was the most secure I ever felt in any job situation. So backpedal a little bit, man. Shit, I've been there 13, almost 14. I don't know the number, but shit, I've been there since 08. Y'all do the math. Cause y'all ain't gonna be out there talking about bitch said she started on that 08 bitches.
Let's talk about the shit that people don't talk about.
What you want to talk about?
All that shit, yo. Huh? When you was in those positions at the hip hop station, because I know niggas used to give you a whole lot of records when you used to get them records.
You know what the sad part is, in the way radio is set up, and again, my ignorance to radio. Like, I started here in New Orleans, and once the black folks took over, they fucked over me the most. Like, if y'all remember,
why is that?
Who knows? Because everybody's reasons are different. It's almost asking why hoes are hoes. I don't know, because all women are different. All women ain't hoes. It's like,
every time we hear black people in power, they always just try to misuse another black person instead of trying to elevate them.
I just feel like they do the same thing as white folks. It's not their responsibility to teach you the game. Ain't nobody, it's nobody's responsibility to teach you the game. You gotta either be self-taught, get out there and learn, and can't nobody tell you what level of the game to even fucking learn on. You know what I mean?
I wanted it.
So they messed over me because if y'all remember, all the rappers used to talk about Hennessy. Right. Hennessy, you know, even fucking Tupac he mixed his Hennessy with Alizé. I used to say I was a passionate thug. I mixed my Hennessy with apple juice. I don't want no thug passion. I'm a passionate thug because you know I'm a lady. Yeah, I'm hard when I need to be in soft wellness.
She was switched all the way up on me already.
Okay, so anyway, I'm saying I gotta look a nigga in his eye when I mean what I say. I'm saying, oh yeah, you just like I touched you. That nigga's electrified. You feel? Look, he already know I'm a 76 Lesli with all the original body parts. You heard me? No scratches on the paint. Figure that shit out. I ain't got no leaking. I ain't got. I'm a 76 Lesli with no scratches on the paint. You feel? With all my original body parts.
No hood work.
And look, let me tell you, I get
no hood work.
I don't have to have no hood work because I'm a classic.
Okay.
I'm garage cap.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm garage cap. I got all my scheduled maintenance. It's low miles. I may not be with the original owner, but hey, I still got my motherfucking car. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a classic. Stop hitting the table. I'm a classic. You feel what I'm trying to tell you this? Y'all want y'all game, that's game for you right there, and I know my word. But back when we was originally talking about, they played me because Hennessy, they wasn't sponsoring no artists to even talk about Hennessy, right? It wasn't, Hennessy wasn't paying Tupac or nobody else, but they decided that they were going to invest in, since black people fuck with Hennessy. So the first artist, and it's a true fucking story. Y'all can Google me. I told you I'm Googleable.
Oh, I know.
So,
ain't no lie there.
So the first artist was Rakim. The first on that personality was Downtown Leslie Brooklyn. And the way that the black folks fucked over me was, so a Hennessy rep was coming through New Orleans. Like what I was doing because shit, I sound how I sound, right? And so they had a little meeting. And so the meeting was like, shit, we like her sound, we won't sponsor her show. We gonna test it out for 3 months. If we like it, we'll sign it for the whole year. So their deal at the time was $10,000 a month. So again, keep in mind, I'm still making $8 an hour.
Oh, let's go.
Working 25 hours a week.
Oh, let's go.
And Hennessy paid $10,000 a month for 3 months. October, November, and December. My birthday in December, Hennessy gave me a big ass birthday party because I shoot pool, right? Anybody beat me on the pool table got a bottle of Hennessy Privilege, because Hennessy Privilege is what they was pushing. We ain't get that many bottles of when if y'all had a pool table.
I'ma see you. I'ma see you.
You see me right now. I'm not invisible.
Alright.
Alright, well see me when you see me. So look. So after they gave the party and all that other shit or whatever, they decided that they gonna sponsor the show for a whole year. January, February, March passed. I'm still $8 an hour. At this time,
no bonus.
Look, at this time, I ain't even 25 hours a week anymore. They had to move my show from it was like 11 to 2 in the morning or some stupid shit. It was like 11 to 2, so it was like 3 hours. So because Hennessy couldn't be promoted to the kids, and kids listen 27 and then so yeah, they put me on a boo-boo ass time slot just so that Hennessy could quote unquote sponsor my show. So I'm on from 11 to 2. That's 3 hours. $8 an hour. So I go to my GM at the time, his name was, I don't know, it was Steve Kennedy, Tom Kennedy, I don't fucking remember. So I'm like, hey, what's good with you know, like shit. I thought that once they signed for the whole year, y'all would sign me. You know, like y'all would at least do something. So look, he came back. He was like, oh, let me work on it, blah, blah, blah. He came back, he said, hey, Leslie, I got some good shit for you. I talked to Hennessy, and they said they'll give you $200 a month.
What?
$200 a month. Like they ain't even 10% of the contract. They ain't even, that's 2%.
2%. It is.
Exactly.
2%.
So I was like, cool. Now the crazy part is, man, shit, I did it for a couple of months and then it just so happened, motherfucker called me and said, hey Leslie, you wanna go to Jamaica? I'm like, fucking right. Like, hey man, look, somebody canceled. All I need is your information. And boom, everything already paid for the flight, the room, food, everything. I'm like, yo, fuck. He said, the thing is, flight leave tomorrow at 6 in the morning. Right? So boom. I pack all my shit. Yeah, I know y'all saying, bitch, you say you had a baby, bitch. I ain't never want for nothing. Shit, look, my son daddy did 10 years in jail from my son was 5 months old. Y'all don't even want to hear that story right now. But look, listen, I still had a support system. You know what I mean? Right. Like you ain't shit. You ain't shit without your team. Right. I would have never been able to do none of this shit without having a motherfucker really support my lifestyle. Right. Or support me, period. You know what I mean? Right. Like a motherfucker really felt like, and I ain't saying that it was my call, because fuck, you fuck with niggas that got shit and got cars and whatnot or whatever, but they wondering how I'm coming to the radio station in a 600 Benz. Right. Like shit, nigga, cause niggas out here getting it in, fuck. They invested in a motherfucker like me, meaning like shit. But niggas have said boom, so I go to Jamaica, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm to the radio station right? When I come back, look, it was 7 days. Fuck, I could pass up that opportunity. It was 7 days. You go. 7 days. Gone, kite, man. Fuck them people, man. Look, because I felt like I'm gonna make them bitches feel my work. Man, when I came back, I had a pink slip. And the sad part is, like, man, I ain't gonna even tell y'all how they moved from one office to another. They got a bigger studio. Everybody got offices. Nigga, I ain't even get a cubicle. I had a little slot where they put paper in that bitch. Had a pink slip. So again, I told you I had a party for my birthday in December that Hennessy gave me. So I told you I shoot pool. So man, shout out to Sal, man. Sal is the fucking man. Man, Sal was like, man, shit, I can use a bartender. You be up here anyway. You might as well fuck with it. You can make you some money. So he was like, man, shit, you gotta take the little test, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, to get my little, yeah, my little call for I can, yeah, for me to be able to sell. Yeah. Don't hustle. Yeah. So boom, I'm in there. Cause I'm in there anyway. I'm shooting pool, I'm serving drinks, I'm making cash. Like, shit was lovely. I ain't gonna need much lie. Cause the sad part is, working in sales, I was making more money than I was at the radio station. Right? 15 hours a week, $8 an hour. What the fuck I'm supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? And any nigga that's getting money don't want this girl to work, but then you like shit, I still want my own shit too. I don't give a fuck if I got extra for some shit, I still want my own shit.
You don't want you.
So it just so happened that the Hennessy rep came in sales. It was so random. So she was like, you gonna be at the meeting Thursday? Like, what meeting? She's like, yeah, we got a meeting. They said Big Herc was only in temporary for you. He was just filling in. Now the crazy part is, I was wondering why they was trying to call me, but I was really in my feelings. Like, man, I really love radio. I was making love to radio, but when you realize they only fucking you, it's like, man, I want to come back because the fucking is good, but man, I love me more than what you got to offer to me. Like, shit, like, man, fuck that. Like, and I didn't answer the call. So the chick was like, man, I said, so I go to my car and get the pink slip. I said, man, fuck, they fired me. She was like, man, I thought they were saying, but I got something for them. So it's July, or it's June. She goes to the meeting, asks about me. I'm like, shut fuck, you can have a pink slip. The pink slip ain't good for dollars.
Bring that with you.
Yeah, bring that with you.
Right.
So boom, they get in the meeting. They lied to the bitch. The bitch pop out the pink slip and then cancel the contract. So they lose 60 grand for the rest of the year. Now everybody trying to scramble to not only make that 10 grand, but also make their quota. Niggas start quitting, niggas checks start bouncing, niggas, man, I tell a nigga all the time, man, look, I don't have no problem with burning the bridge, cause guess what, that's what they make helicopters for. Man, fuck Steve Hagwood and his whole motherfucking establishment. Because man, them motherfuckers built some shit on the strength of me, cause I was the only New Orleans talent. It's like, man, I realized that, man, I gave the station street cred.
You really
did.
You
feel me?
You the only reason to listen to that bitch.
Listen, and that's the way that I handle my shit today. for what I want, and I don't give a fuck at the end of the day, even if that's like if you say, man, what it costs to do the show? I say, man, Solo, give me 1,000, right? Even if you make 100,000 off that bitch, right? I gotta be happy with the deal I set up and be happy with my 1,000 and not worry about the 99,000 you make. And that's the problem that a lot of niggas have. They worry about what another nigga make instead of asking for what they want. And they don't ask for what they want because they're scared of what they gonna lose. You rather lose a little or gain your worth. Know your worth and you own, right? So fuck, when they cancel that shit, that's when everybody checks with the bounce and boom, boom, boom. And that's when they start hiring all local people. Because they know they can hire them minimum for the opportunity.
Right.
And that's when Tim Smooth had the morning show. It was Tim Smooth, Big Hurt. I can't remember the name of the show or whatever. And it ran for a little minute until, shit, that nigga couldn't pay his bills and then that bitch just straight shut down. I think the 104.5 signal still good to this day. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit, that's an investment opportunity because,
Watch
all I'm saying is, look, man, look, again, no shade, but with all due disrespect, Q93 the only #1 station because they the only station. How the fuck you not be #1 when you the only one?
How you
shit? Nigga, that's like me saying I'm the #1 white bitch. I'm the only white bitch. What the fuck?
See,
it don't go like that unless we got polygamy.
I remember like, I won't say this was Soulja Slim record with
I'll pay for it.
It was
Love Me or Love Me Not.
No, it was the remix. I won't say with Mr. What the remix with Mr.
I don't know that.
I love this song. Listen. I gotta think about what the song
tell you, I told y'all.
I remember like Q93 really wouldn't fuck with it.
I ain't work with it, I don't know.
No, they wouldn't fuck with it. But the record got broke. Well, you was at. This probably was outpaid. This could have been outpaid for it or something.
So this is the thing, like that station was running
Reagan Records.
Like, but that's once it turned black because again, they knew what they had. They knew they were sitting on top of gold mine. It's like them things before the Bayou Classic when they used to do the block party in front of the Superdome and shit. Like, man, our station spearheaded all of that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah.
They came here wrecking shit. And we knew we could go to them and we had to go to United.
That bitch Jennifer Lopez almost made me lose my job. Let me tell y'all what happened. Before I switched over to the black station, right? So look, LL Cool J come in town for Jazz Fest. The morning dude interviewed LL Cool J. And then the motherfucker said, man, LL Cool J was here early. I said, man, why you ain't call me? So he telling me this on air when I'm about to go. He's like, LL Cool J was here. I'm like, why you ain't call me? He's like, man, I just forgot. So I took my headphones. He was like, you use your headphones though. So I took my headphones off and sniffed the headphones. Put the headphones back on. And I said, put the headphones back on. And I said, that nigga don't even smell like nothing. Right? But everybody started calling. She said nigga. She said nigga. She said nigga. But again, I'm self-taught. So we as a station running 30,000 hits in a row, we played cuss words. Like we played the song before I got high. So they would say bitch, damn, ass, shit.
That shit was different, like it gave.
Right.
That shit was different.
When they took me off, he was like, look, we're gonna have to suspend you until further. So look, when he came back, they were gonna fire me. They were about to fire me. They had it already prepared. So I was like, well look, I only say the stuff that I hear him say on the song. He was like, no song say nigga.
Shit.
I said, no song say nigga on air. That's what he was trying to say. No song that they play on air say nigga. And so, this is how y'all know I ain't lying. This is when Jennifer Lopez and Ja Rule's song, I'm Real was out. So she said, man, I tell them niggas my name is, but they don't hear me though. They left that shit in there. So if this bitch ain't a nigga and she can say nigga, I know I can say nigga. Like shit, nigga, you got me fucked up, nigga. Shit, nigga. So yeah, nigga, I know I can say nigga. So boom, it went from a firing to a suspension, and then boom, I was still, I almost lost it, bitch. It was Jet on the phone. That bitch said nigga in the song, bitch.
See, I think a lot of people don't remember how reckless but how you stood up for yourself, like.
I just want to know, she really built that station and they lost.
Whoa!
Like, I
reckless, but she gave us opportunity.
She got what I'm saying, they lost the station behind like giving her just a small.
But this the thing though, like I
20.
the only opportunity I ever gave a nigga, in all honesty, because I ain't even about to act like I was the one that broke records, because that's what a program director for. A lot of people don't even, I ain't understand that until I got in radio, that they don't really take your request. A program director program all that shit.
And you just press the
And
button.
they got, no, it's just all programmed in a computer. I just stopped that bitch so I could talk when it's time for me to talk.
And we be blaming y'all for not playing our record.
Exactly.
All right.
So, but this is the thing. But some DJs would hype a nigga.
Okay.
Would hype a nigga like they could do some shit. And don't get me wrong, radio used to be like that. You could play a song, but then they put shit all on the computer. Now they can see what you play, when you play, when you know. So that's what a program director for. And so at the end of the day, it was.
They don't get no info for you as a DJ or what y'all want to play. They pick all the music.
Yeah.
Man.
They pick it all. It's already pre-picked 24 hours before. But but the sad part is, again, I ain't never broke a nigga song per se.
I wouldn't.
I always talk.
I would disagree.
But see, this is the thing. I always talk to a nigga as real as I possibly can from the standpoint that I have, because I always felt like, man, my knowledge is your knowledge. What I eat don't make you shit. Who I fuck don't make you nut. Like, man, we not connected like that. You feel what I'm saying? So anything that I know, I don't have a problem with teaching it to you, because I'm the only one that's the brother.
Ain't nobody.
You feel me? Like shit, ain't nobody gonna hire you. Ain't nobody gonna hire you to do what the fuck I can do. So I don't have no problem giving you the game. You feel me? As far as I know it. And from what I can see from radio, man, it ain't never been no lazy nigga game. You get yourself hot and then radio wants you. People feel like, oh, I gotta leave the city in order to come up. Nah, it ain't radio that ain't giving you a shot. It's the niggas here in your city ain't giving you a shot. You gotta leave the city and reintroduce yourself to niggas that don't know you. And hype yourself to niggas that don't know you, because you should never be in a situation where you need radio. Radio should always need you. And this ain't no disrespect to Cincinnati, right? Once they started 102.9 is a hip hop station. Cincinnati's song Consequences was the hot song in the city. So of course they playing that shit. Now again, I got a son. You know what I mean? So they was like, hey, I want you to interview Cincinnati. I want you to blah, blah, blah. And the sad part is, Cincinnati give me credit all the time and say, man, you the first on-air personality that ever interviewed me. Right? And I didn't even want to do it. And I didn't want to do it because I didn't know if my son would hear me do that and feel that I think that that's cool, or I promote that for his lifestyle. Now don't get me wrong. I said it already. Who I fuck don't make you nut, and vice versa.
Right.
So whoever my son decides to be with, male or female, that's his decision. I didn't want to guide his decision one way or another. Again, my son daddy went to jail when he was 5 months old. Like, nigga, I ain't raising no bitches in this house. Ain't no fucking crime. Ain't no fucking nigga. You the man of the house. And that's how I raised him. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, man, I didn't know how to separate corporate from the streets. I gotta take my personal opinion out of anything that's art, because that's what we are responsible to do. So again, I realized at that point, man, my kids, I have to teach them the difference between entertainment and reality. You know what I mean? Like, another motherfucking entertainment don't have to be your reality. So even though I was reluctant to do it, I feel like, man, I'm happy I done it, because, man, the artist felt something. You know what I mean? Like, man, I would dance to the song. I love the song. I'd be like, oh, girl. And that's what people thought I looked like when I talk. They thought I looked like motherfucking Cincinnati. They probably it's like, oh, bitch, you a girl, bitch? Oh, girl.
You know? Things, like us as artists,
yeah.
like, we really get into kind of like feeling some kind of way when motherfuckers be feeling like we raised the kid.
You don't raise them, but you influence. You can influence.
Man, listen, bro. Listen.
You don't raise them,
so listen, right?
Parents raise them, bro.
It's hard for me to tell my story of how I am as a person, and I got to worry about how you feel as a parent. I'm saying you want the truth from me, right? You want me to tell you everything about me, right? But then I got to worry about how you feel as a parent when it's all this.
No, because I'm supposed to, just like she said, I'm supposed to tell my son the difference between fictional and reality. Entertainment and what's real. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit.
That's the simple.
Y'all already know rappers make music that send our kids to jail. But send their kids to private school. You feel me? The sad part is, I always say, man, any nigga that was a street nigga and raised their kids to be a street nigga, you failed. I don't give a fuck how successful you are.
Right.
I don't care how successful you are with money. Nigga, if you a street nigga and raise your child to be a street nigga, then nigga, you failed.
Hold on. I know what come on. Hold on. No, listen. I know what you think, and that's why I get you. I knew what you were thinking.
Listen, though.
She said raise them.
I just told you.
You ain't never raised them.
What I told you.
Raised not having to be
the
no
streets
street
don't really, you don't choose the streets choose you.
We said raise them. She's talking about raise them.
We talking about
teaching them.
Yeah.
Right. That's all she's saying. You ain't telling them go up.
But this is the thing.
Now if you stumble into that shit, you gotta help him because you're a part of it.
Listen what I'm about to tell you. As your son see you do, he shall do. But it's your job to tell him, I'm doing it so you don't have to do it. You're gonna go your ass to the fucking school to be a doctor.
How do they even see you do it?
Because they gonna ask they.
How? You supposed to protect your family? I mean, shit.
Yeah, but I have to protect him. I need him with
Ooh,
me.
that's a count.
You ain't supposed to leave. You ain't never supposed to have shit in your house. All your baby mama. Baby mama.
Not that though. It's not that. The people that I'm gonna go around. And the people I'm gonna see, gonna see everything.
But again, it's always a product of an environment. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean,
everybody knows.
It's better than me teaching than the streets teaching.
So here's the thing, right? The wrong thing that we can do is take our own perception of what somebody else means, because that's the perception that we want. But we have to realize that we all individuals. We all do the best thing that we feel is the best fucking move. Man, fuck. You think I think my Paul was a ain't shit ass nigga because that's what the fuck he wanted to be to me? Fuck no. I felt like, man, shit, he was the best ain't shit ass nigga that he could fucking be. And that just so happened to be facts.
His daughter, not his son though. He had a son?
Man, yes, kids
every man should want his little press.
Man, look, I mean, you like a horse with their blinders on. You not open. Again, I told you in the show already, you got two ears and one mouth because you're not open to even. You not. See what I'm saying? You talking while I'm talking. You're not open to my reception. You want to hear you want to hear what you want to hear. And I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. It's either you gonna learn how I feel it, or it's either you're not gonna get it at all. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I only feel how I feel. Now it's either I can clarify, or I can confirm. That's the only two things I do. Like shit. Go ahead. Okay, but you got. Okay, I'm gonna let you ask me a question, but you gonna have to listen to my answer. All right, go ahead. Ask them.
Say, if you got a son and a daughter.
I do have a son and a daughter. So perfect as that.
All right.
Go ahead. I do have a son.
So I'm saying, shouldn't you raise the daughter, and shouldn't your husband or your fiance be raising the son?
Yeah, if I was born in 1960 or whatever. What the fuck kind of question is that, nigga? Like fuck, New Orleans bitches is some of the strongest niggas you know, nigga. What the fuck kind of question is that?
I'm asking you a question.
What?
You rather bring him to the barbershop with me?
Man,
I'm just asking you a question. You rather bring him to the barbershop with me?
So with my son dad being in jail, I brought him to the barbershop.
I wouldn't want.
And with me having a daughter, guess what I did? Guess what her daddy do? He bring her to the hairdresser. She see him pay the bill. He don't hang in the hairdresser. This is just fact. I wasn't born. What year you was born? I'm trying to answer.
I was born in 69.
Exactly. So listen, shit. Yeah. So all I'm saying is, I wasn't born in 1969. I was born more in the transitional era.
You were born a few years after that. But I mean, that don't mean that I understand. Men should raise
you saying it don't mean anything, but you.
And women should raise.
See, this is the thing. You saying what you mean, but you don't want to hear what I'm saying.
And women should raise girls. That's why you got a lot of the boys running around and thinking it's cool to be girls. Because their mama raising them.
Nah,
their mama pacifying. Their mama holding their hand.
That's like one scenario.
I'm just saying.
You speak just straight one-minded, not progressive. At the end of the day, if you ain't gonna be progressive, everybody that come under you is gonna be in that same mind frame.
Would they be their mom? Their mom. They don't want to fall
in the boy.
Boy, fuck you, boy.
Which one up? Which one up? I'm just saying. Which one up? I'm just saying
this right now. Marcelo could kiss my ass with his tongue out.
Which one up? Which one? No, he ain't raised both his sons.
He ain't raised the dude.
I don't think so. He must have been playing a lot of games. He might have won a championship.
So at the end of the day, he asked me a question. What do I rather? Do I prefer my son's dad to bring him to the barbershop, or do I prefer to take my daughter to the beauty salon? I'm gonna add that part up in there. I got my daughter's father to take her to the beauty salon for a reason. Cause guess what? When she run across y'all sons, she ain't gonna be impressed by none of that shit. My daughter got stamps in her passport. She not gonna be impressed for a nigga that can bring her to Miami. Like, man, I'm not raising her in that mind frame or mentality. I feel like, man, everybody could do everything. Ain't no woman job or man job. Ain't no woman call or man call.
But some jobs are for men though.
Listen, so you mean
some jobs are just for men.
Taking a son to the barbershop, that's a man job?
Taking care of his whole family, but making sure that his son be a man.
Oh,
that's like
if that's your one priority, then why you gonna niggas that lay on the
once you get one, that's his main priority, to make sure his son become a man.
It's gonna take a hell of a nigga to get my daughter. You know why? Because she gonna look at this shit the way, nigga, you can't do for me what my dad do. And I make sure I put that.
But we not talking about sperm.
A lot of these little dudes ain't no men. So these women, they gotta stand up for their fucking self.
It's not even about financial. She
ain't gotta do no looking if she talking about financial. Come on, pop.
This is what I'm saying. Because again, that's how niggas that got one track mind state.
Not about to do that. Set up. Oh, you got credit cards.
Whatever she needs.
She gonna be ready just like everybody else. You gonna have got your own credit card. You know how to use your money. You got
a blank stare
that you teach them, bro, from the get go.
That's what I do in my bed.
So and that's why it is important for fathers to bring their daughters to the hairdressers, and take them on dates, and take them to eat, and take them to all of these places so that they can set the platform of how they are supposed to be treated. If we set that shit up and separate that shit and have women do all the things and show a woman can't teach a girl how a man's supposed to treat her. That's her fucking daddy's fucking job.
You know, his job to make sure that the dude treat her right.
Man, listen,
how the fuck you gonna do that?
When he
pick
the wrong, but she gonna pick the wrong nigga.
Hold up. So you mean to tell me you ain't never fucked no bitches? You ain't never fuck a mastermind bitch? What them bitches daddy did you?
Mastermind bitch.
I say a mass amount. I talk in cursive. I'm from New York. Exactly, a mass amount. So you mean to tell me that all their daddies got you in their place? No, you slid off some dick into some of them weak-minded bitches who ain't had no daddy.
Hold up. Their daddy realized I was a gangster, and
boy, you sound stupid as you look. Boy, you done got.
You know, me and James don't have talk. Me and Daddy don't have talk.
I can tell he
coming in and talking to you in this room. I would beat him in the room. Cause I could fight when I was younger.
Stop putting your hands on me.
Well, I'm just saying. It
all right, cool. I won't put your hands on me. All right, but don't touch me.
I can fight though. So let's go in the room. I can hear you out. You know, I wasn't scary. I wasn't scary when I was coming up.
Exactly.
And you know what? When they seen I could protect their daughter, they know their daughter was.
They protect you can protect their daughter because you called them.
Kind of game
bitch ass daddy.
Shit. Then when they find out what type of.
How many daughters you got?
4.
4 of them. You watching all that pussy? No. No, indeed. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. This thing. No way.
I got one right now, watching right now. I'm home now.
Say.
Shit,
yeah, 1 out of 4 ain't bad. I guess that's not the statistic, nigga. That's an F.
Listen, I was
A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, bitch. 1 is
locked up,
I
right?
could guard the field, you know.
You was
I could
locked up.
guard the field till I was locked up.
While you was locked up,
They had me locked up in the cage, you heard me?
Time.
But now
See,
I'm
that
home. The
explains
guard dog
everything.
home now.
Now I see why
The
that nigga
guard
don't
dog
want trap.
home
He
now.
was there.
Say, the
Nigga.
guard dog home
Oh,
now.
no.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
though.
Miss Sophia, home now, boy. Somebody ain't got a fan in this business.
Listen, let me tell you something. Nigga couldn't tell my daughter shit. She have diamonds, everything. Listen, bro.
Materials, boy.
No, but then she got me though.
Oh Lord, what are we even talking about right now?
Raising the girl and the boy, and I said,
Man, and I'm saying,
raised boy.
and I'm saying you ain't. I'm saying the shit that you
I
said
can't
is
teach you
not
how to be a lady. I
factual.
can protect her
The
though.
same way you act
You
like.
gotta teach her how to be
So
a
you
lady.
mean to tell me you was that gangster that no fault that ever tested you, so you ain't have to run up on no. So your daughters don't fuck with gangster niggas.
I'd have beat
So your daughters only fuck with doctors and lawyers. They ain't fuck with shit. One of them
I'd
niggas
beat
said,
up
"Hey,
Paul.
I'm digging your daughter down, nigga. You done did 73 years in the pen. Nigga, I got you, nigga. Go lay down before I make it
From
lay
here,
down."
from the shoulder, I was good. Shit, when I was younger, from the shoulder, I was good. I ain't think a nigga could beat me, man. For real. You talking that shit. For real.
I'm talking facts. You
I'm
talking
being
that
honest with you. I wish when I'm
I'm talking facts. You the one talking that shit.
I'm telling you that you can tell me. Come on, me tell me.
I feel like Malcolm X when he was like, man, that's fine.
What you want to talk
this
about,
ain't no
sir?
hustle, my brother.
What
this
you
ain't
want
no
to-
hustle. Let me lead you to
Alright,
righteousness,
come on,
my brother.
alright. We
This
all
ain't
got our own
I ain't trying to get
Let's
you no
talk about
hustle,
it
my
radio.
brother. I'm trying
She
to
don't
lead you to the
believe
righteousness.
us.
You know the white man. You feel me?
What about the white man?
Nothing. See what I'm saying?
Somebody say you on my ass.
You know,
Yeah.
let me tell you, old niggas take one word and they run with that bitch. What you saying something about the white man? Nigga, I was just being facetious. I know you read the whole dictionary. How long you been in jail? Nigga, you at least got the Q. That nigga at least got the letter Q. I know that nigga did enough time to get the Q for real.
Yeah, I sure have. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, what are we talking about again for? I'm in the hot seat.
I don't know where y'all went.
You heard me?
Y'all back?
She got mad with me because I said men should
I got
raise
mad.
boys and girls should
Y'all back?
I ain't get mad.
women. All right,
She still
No.
and stuff.
I proved
But
my
she
point.
fat again.
what is that?
I'm just saying she fat again and stuff.
I proved my point that it ain't no rules. It ain't no rules. It ain't no rules. It ain't no rules. Like that's I think this the problem. And this the reason why motherfuckers relationships don't last, and this why motherfuckers because y'all wanna follow old school fucking rules. It's like, man, do what the fuck is best for you and you will prosper.
And we not
Like at
talking
the
about
end
the
of the day.
streets, we talking about life.
Yeah, man, like
You
fuck.
say-
It's just
No, I'm just saying
Old
that in the
school
free
rules
rules
build
still
the foundation of
stand.
society,
man.
bro.
Go ahead, you talking about life.
Just like in
Old
school.
school rules
Go ahead,
build
talk about
the
life.
The teacher
foundation.
said keep your eyes on your own fucking paper.
Alright.
Period.
And niggas still cheat.
Exactly.
And niggas still peep.
And how much paper you got?
Right down. I'm just saying.
Just a little hard
I'm
to
just
cheat
saying.
And that's why he got locked up for how many years? 73. This nigga got locked up somewhere around prohibition or something.
Yeah.
Was alcohol even legal when you went to jail,
No.
nigga?
No, it was illegal.
Nigga.
No, it was
Nigga,
illegal.
that nigga went to jail when they was giving waistline parties, nigga. How much he got to get in? Them hoes was 25. They fit this now.
28, 30. Shit, and I but all of that was
See what I'm
good
saying?
days.
See?
They don't do that type of shit. It wasn't a lot of
Good
shit
old
going on, though.
days. You gotta get out them good
You
old
need to
days
bring all that back, though.
and catch up to these
Say
bad
it.
fucking days before they be worse fucking days. Like everybody that come behind you.
You know what? Everything you said was right. But the funny thing about what you saying, back then, men were men and women was
Not
women.
that good.
I know.
Like,
I know it's
she
not.
changed.
The rule changed.
Like he don't want accept. Nobody don't want.
I heard that back then. I heard that back then men was men and women was women because the jail population went up. And so that's how men came home as women as women.
What you mean that the dinner?
No. That ain't how she kind of lost there with that one. I don't understand that one either. You know what
A
I'm
lot of niggas go to jail and come home women. and expose that shit to the streets like sagging pants.
They got a lot of niggas that go home, come home that was women up there and acting like they men out here.
That's what I just said. You just said what I just said, but smarter.
No, they really acting like men. They not acting like they women. They walking around like, hey, you know.
Yeah.
I know a tough guy.
That's
a tough guy.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Like shit, man. Like we could all blame shit on everything, right? But this is the crazy part. If we all, everybody that's watching, everybody's looking, if we all just take accountability for ourselves, people like to say they, nigga fuck they, talk about you, take accountability for yourself. If they not wearing a mask, bitch, you put a mask on. If they not getting vaccinated, bitch, you get vaccinated. If they not taking that meat like the Indian chief, bitch, you
accountability. I'm able to roll like I roll. I took accountability for me, bro. That's why I'm able to conquer all realms, enemies.
You know what's good about this? I take a little bit of both of y'all thinking, and that's how I survive right now.
What you mean?
Because you ain't old school, right? Completely old school. Like you ain't cutting no fucking corners.
Bullet
you not bending, folding, none of that shit, right?
Bullet. I better be to me, cause y'all seen that video.
She play phone games or cut job.
She's still a comedian also.
She played.
She has a comedy. Let her go.
Why you playing phone games on Choppin, Jay? Wow, but that's cool.
Well, she understands the old school way, right? But she adjusts to the time of the new. She really get it. Like she understands exactly how to deal with some of this shit that you're not willing to deal with. She understands that sometimes I'm gonna deal with it, but it's gonna work for me.
She wouldn't have fallen.
That's not falling in line because she ain't been in the folding.
He just called me a bitch like I got a leash on.
And that's what she's thinking.
Gotta walk it down with a
If
leash
my
on.
mother would have told you that, you would think the same way though.
No, because I don't fall in
If a motherfucker would have told you that, you would think the same way. Because now she thinking like how you just said, what you just said about her?
No, I said you said when you said that, you said she fall in line because she wouldn't.
I ain't say she fall in line.
I said that.
Alright, you said that.
She said she wouldn't go to new school.
We ain't said that. But we never see that.
Again, no. So again, I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. Can I say it one more time?
What?
Old niggas got that one track. Old niggas talk more and listen that nigga. I'm about to cut this nigga ear off in order for us to catch up with this nigga. Look, this nigga think one way. And the sad part is, look, I'm not in the habit of explaining to motherfuckers who so set on misunderstanding. And I'm like, shit. What you got out of it? Cool. Because at the end of the day,
like, I understand
you can get as mad as you want, but can you beat me up? And that's all I said.
I misunderstood.
Not him, but I'm just saying.
Misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That they misunderstood on. Well, ain't that some shit?
Nigga, I ain't saying that, but I don't know if he was kind of close or what, but I said I'm not in the habit of explaining to people who set on misunderstanding. Because you got motherfuckers that hear one thing, and it don't matter how you explain to them what you mean.
And that's not just for old people, that's for young motherfuckers too, right? Both ways.
You know, I don't really fuck with young motherfuckers. I mean, I really don't. I stay in my age bracket. You feel what I'm saying?
But you help a lot.
No, so when I say I don't fuck with young motherfuckers, what I really mean by that, man, I don't hang in like young establishments and all that other stuff or whatever. I don't really try to match a meeting of the minds because I feel like I really feel like I'm not like an old motherfucker. I'm in the cusp for that, right? Because if I talk to a young person, I feel like I could learn something.
Right.
I don't look at people like, man, you too young to teach me something.
But you can't be around them all the time.
No, that ain't my lifestyle. Okay. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people hear my voice and think that, man, if Lesli Brown give it something, it gotta be some hood shit. It's gonna be. Look, I'm the hoodest motherfucker in my crew. My best friend just got elected as judge. Shit, my other best friend is a goddamn nurse practitioner. And my other best friend is a goddamn scientist at the CDC and motherfucking help save kids in Africa. Like I figure I'm the bum of my crew. Only because I work in entertainment. In entertainment shit, I could go to the radio station and another bitch could be in that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've always got it out the mud. I always consider myself, man, I'm a fucking crawfish. Cause guess what? I come out the mud, clean me off, put me in a pot. I bet you all you niggas in here gonna eat me up. You feel me? Literally and figuratively. You heard me?
Yes,
Shit, I'm not gonna fucking reintroduce myself. Y'all gonna suck the fuck out these juices and eat that bitch up.
To hear black women be like that, like, to be unapologetic.
And that's the thing. Like, only fake.
We do that shit all the time. Fuck
Scared the shit out of single men, but it be
That's all
insane
I'm
after
saying.
they talk to her a few minutes. I'm about to go look for another big one.
Only a weak
Like,
nigga intimidated by a real
That's what I
motherfucker.
been about to say. Your mind's so strong, they be scared to death.
Man, I'll be scared of me too. You heard me?
Wow. That's what child is though.
I'll be scared
It's
of me
about
too.
who can
Shit.
conquer who mine. Who can break who. You know, I just don't understand.
I ain't into buck breaking, you feel me? I feel like shit. Your mama raised how she wanted in your house, and I'ma raise you how I want in mine. Now it's either you gonna get these lessons or you gonna get. It's either you gonna get these. Look, again, old niggas hang up on one word. He worried about me saying raising, but your mama showed you the shit you gotta do in her house. Nigga, I'm your woman. I'ma show you what to do in ours. Period. I'm not gonna, nigga, shit. They say a motherfucker gonna love you through nothing unconditionally. Yeah, that motherfucker is your mo. Because guess what? Shit, nigga, I know my word.
You don't think you gonna?
I know my
You
deal
don't think you
breaker.
gonna see what you see in a woman? Some of that's gonna be like a part of your mama.
Of course. I mean, especially if your mom was a strong woman.
All right.
But guess what? Here's the thing, right? What nigga in here gonna say their mama not a strong woman? Nobody ain't gonna, you know what I mean? What nigga gonna really, like?
I don't know, old nigga. Yeah.
Old niggas be like, man, my mama ain't shit. Oh, damn, what?
Oh, I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
No,
what
I'm just saying though, like, I'm just saying if an older nigga, if that's what it was, he
I'm gonna
kind of
be
explained
sure.
why it was.
She took care of her home.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
She took care of her home.
and that's we come from, like, our age, we come from strong black women. That's why I like this shit, like this shit right here.
Strong
like,
black women.
well, we come
strong
from that
black
shit.
men.
But this is the thing though, ain't nobody gonna say their mama weak, but we do know that they got some weak ass women, right?
But they don't want to be
We
truthful.
do know that hating exists, right?
Yeah.
We do know that jealousy exists. We do know that envy exists, and all them. We do know all of those things come from people, and all of those people gotta be related to somebody. So it's somebody mom, somebody pa, somebody uncle, cousin, brother, sister, friend, bitch. The fuck. I ain't the hater. I don't think, but I mean, fuck, I keep it 99 because I be lying a little bit.
1%.
I be lying a little bit. Shit, I'm just saying.
Telling the truth though up here though.
Like at the end of the day, those are people. You know what I mean? Shit. I feel I'm a firm believer in people are people, right? Man, I love my mama to death. I don't have no feelings for my dad, and that's no way or another. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up progressive like that. So whereas I don't feel, but listen, I don't feel like, let me get my point across. I don't feel like a person's title make them entitled. I don't care what your title is. People be like, man, honor your mother, honor your father. Y'all know they got mothers and fathers that's pedophiles and molesters of their children and shit, right? So I'm saying everybody's circumstance is not the same, right? So it's like, man, people be like, you only get one, you only get one. Well, I'm the only Lesli Brown who's supposed to get a number in there 65th of one, you feel me? No, treat me like I'm one of one. At the end of the day, like, fuck, man, I love you because you show me love. I don't love my sister Paula because she my sister. I love her because she showed me love. You feel me? Like, man, your title don't make you entitled because everybody not deserving of your love, your peace, your time. None of that shit. Like, man, I see people as people. I don't give a fuck. Like, man, if you cross me, you can catch these hands and I don't give a fuck who you are.
You can't fight no man.
No, look, I don't even fight no more. Like, shit, when I say by hands, like, shit, you ain't getting no click-clack warning. I'm just powering if I feel threatened. It's one in the chamber, nigga. I'm just powering. Look, these niggas at the gas station and lights and shit, these water boys, look, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Ooh, Lord, I be nervous.
You was the daddy's girl too?
Nigga, you just said I don't have no feeling about my. Look, this is a true story. Yeah. See that what I'm saying? Cause you got that old school mentality.
Thinking
Every saying that because. And I'm saying that because I want you to realize that everybody different.
Right.
Every father not a father. Every mother not a mother. Every brother not a brother. Like that's what I'm saying. Like just because you was that, you gotta realize that everybody not you. And that's the thing that we all gotta realize. Man, we gotta stop expecting us from other fucking people. Like man, everybody not gonna give us what they give, what we give them.
See,
like shit, but we not supposed to either. Because we all supposed to be different. Like man, I'm not the consoling friend. You feel me? Somebody die or whatever. I'm not that emotional. Like I'm gonna tell y'all a true fucking story because we talking about daddies, right? Like I ain't grow up with my father. I mean I wanted to. Like every weekend, every holiday, every hurricane threat, every summer vacation, I was at his parents' house. You feel me? And shit, just hoping that he'll show up. And shit, sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. You know? And at the end of the day, like shit, when we, whatever age that we are, man, we always, we try to do the best that we could, but we also know the matter of importance. And I wasn't his importance, right? But every time I see him, he'd be like, you know your daddy love you, right? And of course, shit, when I'm young, I'm like, yeah. Like I wanted that. I wanted to be a daddy's girl. It wasn't until I got older that I'm like, and this was literally just this Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving that just passed. Like man, like I decided, man, I went to Dallas by my sister. No, not Thanksgiving, I think it was Christmas. Went to Dallas by my sister. And he lived like 2 hours outside of Dallas. So shit, me and my son, my people, we decided to drive, go see the nigga for the holidays or whatever. And the nigga said it again, and I'm like, you realize like love is to be showed, not told.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like how I'm supposed to know that? How? You know, if your story's still the same. Now fast forward to just, man, a week and a half ago. My sister, which is his daughter, not my mama's daughter, she texted me and said, hey, I just want you to know, yeah, I'm gonna read you the real text, hold up. She was like, I just want you to know Daddy in the hospital. He ain't doing good. And my response was, cool. And then you know what? I thought about in my mind I was like, cool, thanks for giving me the info. Like it was just like cool, thank you for updating me. And I had to let her know like, man, I know the way that I sounded sensitive, but I don't really know what to do. And I can't even, I'm not angry. I'm really not. It's almost like, I mean, and I say that because it's like, it brings me back to that Tupac song. He was like, he passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. Right. And the sad part is, shit, my folks do feel like I'm hard and I'm heartless. I'm not, man. Like, shit, I'm only what you made me.
Right.
You made me believe that I could still be strong, I could still make it, I could still be loved and not have to talk to you or see you. So, what we got to talk about now?
Right.
Your conversation has always been a chain. Like yeah, and you can't build me like that's almost like building up a hoop there. Like nigga, you can't build me a hoop there and think I'm gonna run like a 2021 Benz. It don't work like that. Like you build me and transition me to feel like I don't have to be around you all the time. I don't have to see you all the time. I don't even have to talk to you all the time. Right. But every time you tell me, you're telling me this story about my mama this, but then it's like when you adult and you put that shit in perspective. Sure. Like, man, I was literally every weekend until I was 15 years old going up by my grandmother. Around the corner from the St. Bernard Project on Lavender Street, right up the street from the fucking gym, and 3 S's. My grandma used to send me the 3 S's to get off fucking Salem cigarettes. They were $2.50 a pack, nigga. Right. She ain't never let me go further than that. And again, like, and it's crazy because it's like my daddy, mom, and daddy. And this the crazy part of this whole scenario is like, I don't even know what I'm about to say just now. Cause it's like it's really like fucked up in a sense. Because it's like, man, shit, you want something that you don't have, you transition to not having, and it's like,
understand.
You know, it's like I don't know how to feel for that. So it's like in that situation.
Not having it, then when the shit about to be gone,
you know,
like, I'm a lose. I don't lose that.
But and the crazy part is like I feel like there is nothing that he could tell me now that he haven't already told me before.
Right.
You know, it's like it ain't. I mean, shit. Your story was always the same, so. It's not like you about to tell me anything different. And it's crazy because even as a comedian, and even as, I never said it on stage, but I used to joke with motherfuckers all the time. Like, again, I'm not the person, I'm not the consoling person, you know what I mean? Motherfucker called me and said their daddy died. I'm like, see? Fuck, nigga, you can't kill bad grass. Fuck, nigga, my daddy's still alive, bitch. This nigga gonna die. I said, man, this nigga gonna die once I retire. I can't even get bereavement days off the nigga. You feel me? Like, fuck, nigga. Can a nigga get a song out? This nigga said, I ain't giving child support, I ain't paying nothing, bitch. I ain't even giving you bereavement days, bitch. I think that nigga gonna die the day after I retire.
Rugged told me to ask you about one shot.
What about it?
Rugged said ask you about one shot.
I know, what about it?
She said, what about it, Rugged?
What about it? Let me know what you want me to say.
Like, he bet he done did it 5 times.
Like at the end of the day, like sometimes we gonna go back to what he said before. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you become a product of your environment, and the things that you see your parents do, you end up doing that shit too, because it's the lay of the land. Right. They seen you do it, they seen you maneuver, so shit, they like that's how it's supposed to go. Right. Seeing shit. The way my mama do it, the way she maneuver, seeing shit how my daddy do it and the way he maneuvered, it made me not mimic them, but say, man, I would never be that type of parent to my kids. So everybody don't mimic their parents. Sometimes, shit, a parent's fuck up could be the elevation of your kid. And that's just a testament of, man, we are all built as individuals. We could plant seeds in our kids. It's almost like shit, teaching your daughters how to protect themselves and how to defend themselves. Like at the end of the day, man, we talk to our kids and we would hope that some of the shit that we teach them, they would never have to use it. Right. But man, if they have to, we hope that they prepare, right? And it's a lot of shit that we could tell our kids and we could show our kids and fuck, never stop telling them. Because shit, as soon as you think that it's falling on deaf ears, man, they just may have to use it. Right. What message are you trying to send to your kids? It's almost like looking at social media. People could look at your whole fucking page and feel like they know your whole story. But what story are you trying to tell? Right. What story, I mean shit, you trying to tell you got money? What you trying to tell you got, I mean, what story are you trying to tell? So it's the same way as raising kids. What story are you trying to tell to them for them to be better? Because once you become a parent, you make a conscious decision to say, man, I'm responsible for the way another human being life turns out. That's my responsibility. So sometimes as a parent, you have to make a decision. You have to suck up your pride. You have to fuck with people that you don't want to fuck with. Talk to people. Man, they got family members, again, because I don't feel like a person title make them entitled. They got family members I don't fuck with, but who have a relationship with my kids that make me feel like this is their opportunity to get a relationship right. So I would never exclude them. So you allow it to happen, right? I would never exclude them. I'ma always invite them to everything, even though I don't fuck with them, because as a parent, you have to sacrifice your own feelings for the betterment of your children. Right. Like at the end of the day, man, fuck, you gotta suck it up, Buttercup, because it's not about you. So some of your family would need to be fucking. Man, look, let me tell you something. Man, some of them sad, sorry, miserable bitches I wouldn't fuck with at all. And if it's anything with me personally, I don't invite them hoes to nothing. Them hoes don't even know who I'm fucking. Let me tell you right now. But if it has something to do with my kids, then I'm gonna extend that invite like a motherfucker. Because again, your relationship with my kids, man, y'all don't have the same relationship as me. Y'all be looking at people and say, man, when people say, man, my mom ain't never treated me like that, look how nice she is to them kids. Man, that's her opportunity to actually fucking get it right. Some people too fucking young having kids, and having kids, it ain't no fucking textbook way to take care of them motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, shit, it's all a growing, nobody fucking story to say. It ain't nothing that can say, man, this gonna keep your kids on drugs. This gonna keep your kid, your daughter from being a hoe.
Right.
This gonna keep,
ain't no formula
this gonna,
to this shit.
it ain't no formula. Like shit.
Question I want to ask you, why you feel like why so many parents feeling their kids now they pulling on car doors and stealing cars and having accidents and killing themselves and running over people?
So I think the main problem with what you said is so many, because it's like shit, it only look like so many because that's what they spotlight on the news. So it look like so many kids doing this when it's really just a bunch of motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, again, at the end of the day, we all have an age where we feel like we had it all figured out. What age it was that you was like, man, they couldn't tell me nothing. Man, I'm gonna do it anyway.
12.
You know? Like shit, I was 14. I was still my sister who 5 years older than me ID and being sensations. Fuck, nigga. And that's why a lot of niggas that see me, they really think I'm older too, because I already been.
But you ain't too far from 69.
Man, I was born in 76. I ain't scared of my age.
No,
Cause guess what? Shit, my main goal is to make these young bitches look like they're Asian and dog years. Like these hoes 20 and 30.
You ain't no spring chicken.
Watch out there now, OG.
Going to sensations, sneaking this. Go ahead, we'll tell your story.
It ain't no story. This is just straight face. But I'm gonna let you finish telling your story so that we can both get our stories across. Cause I don't know nobody that can listen to two people at the same time unless they rewind that shit and focus on one and then come back and focus on the other one. You feel me? Like shit. I ain't never claimed to be no spring chicken. I ain't never claimed to be a young motherfucker. Man, I was born in 1976. You heard me? And I told you my whole fucking thing and my whole thing is to make these young hoes looking like they're Asian and dog years. This fucking social media got bitches focusing so much on their body that they forget they're ugly. Like shit, nigga, this fucking social media got bitches so fucked up that they don't even realize in their 20s and fucking 30s, bitch, you supposed to be fine, ho? Bitch, like, what the fuck? Bitch, I'm not about to argue with a bitch with a Beyonce body and a fucking Morgan Freeman face. Oh, girl, fuck you, bitch. Like, at the end of the day, I'm about to make all these old look like they're Asian and dog years. I ain't gotta be no spring chicken, but bitch, I bet you I'm a fresh fish.
Yes, that's good.
Hey, you gonna book me?
Who gonna book who?
Him.
Him? Gonna book who?
Say, he hit me on
Man, I ain't been in jail. I ain't been in jail in so long. I can't get booked. I can't get booked.
I'm you, homie, heavy on
I just told you.
Mario be a nice show.
See,
too.
there you go. Get this woman at the party before she leaves.
Oh, book me. All right.
That's all I'm saying.
See, I was doing my own whole thing. I heard one word and thought I was being like this nigga. Fuck this. You know, you become a product of your environment, nigga.
I'm around that nigga too long.
Been around this nigga too long. I hear one word and I'm ready to go up.
I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm a stand-up guy.
No, nigga, fuck. You ain't no choice, fuck, nigga. I heard fuck. One more strike, nigga, and you is out, nigga. Fuck. I hope that strike don't happen here, cause that nigga probably like, you got to pump me to stop me. Don't grab me, nigga. Fuck
They've been
that.
striking for a long time. They ain't gonna never trap me like that.
Don't grab me,
They ain't
nigga.
gonna never trap me like that. I ain't gonna get some.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro.
But that would be a nice show though.
What? Hook it up.
First of all, don't disrespect me like that. Any show I'm on is a nice show. I'm sad that you just finding out about me, nigga.
Dealing with you all night.
No, I've been kind.
Yeah, I tell you, really been usually people come here
Y'all got napkins?
and he put them in the high seat.
I've been busy, but that's why I didn't, you know.
Don't give me no fucking recycle that. Oh, I seen that one ball. A recycle napkin. I seen that bit balled up on that boy. If you give me that motherfucking napkin, let me get
He
that.
probably would have did you that.
I
Look.
would never do that, lady. Come on.
And this the reason why I wasn't no fucking makeup. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, these hoes be beating their face to go to
Let me see your
Walmart.
napkin, do
Like-
it. Hold on.
Like this. Look, my eyebrows stay on and everything. Like, these bitches motherfucking beat their face to go to Walmart. Like, this.
Let me see your napkin. I want to see if they got some color or some shit on
It's
it.
almost like, what they going to the EBT Awards, bitch?
I was just trying to see if they had some color or something on there. You know, she be
76 Lesli, no scratches on the page with all the original body parts. You heard me? Fuck, you heard me? This ain't, I'm gluten free, bitch. Fuck.
And why you start rapping again?
Oh, look at what?
Why you start rapping again?
We ain't even talk about rapping. But you did.
I did. Shuttle did tell you.
You said that before the show.
No, Shuttle asked.
You supposed to transition into that. I'm a teacher, a little something. But you don't want to learn. This old nigga don't want to learn nothing.
I probably learned a few things.
I'm saying shit.
I pick up though.
Man, I wish I had time to teach you.
I'm just saying, whenever you have time to teach you, let me know.
I wish I had time to teach. But
I'm
no.
trying to find out about the rap.
So look, again, I mean, shit. When I got into radio, I really thought that I would be able to play my own music.
Right.
And realize that the radio business is a different type of business, not how it work out. And so it's like, at the end of the day, for anybody that's watching, man, there's so many things that you can do in the entertainment business. You don't have to be a rapper. You don't even have to be an on-air personality, the person that's out in the front or the person that's heard. You know what I mean? So it's like my focus just changed.
Right.
It's like you grow and you evolve. A lot of people don't grow.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand like where they at and how they can make where they at better. So that's what I did, and in all honesty, like shit, if the radio station in the beginning wouldn't have fired me, I would have never knew my work, and I would have, you know, shit, I would have been this arrogant motherfucker, because man, I had a whole complex, like, I made you bitches.
Right.
Like, that's really how I felt. And I really shouldn't have felt like that. Because at the end of the day, like, fuck, they ain't played me, I played me.
Right.
I settled for the deal, I took the deal, because of what I wanted. But it wasn't until, shout out to Frank Nitty, like, cause I helped him get a job at 104.5, right? And so when Frank Nitty got on and he ended up leaving and going to that station in Mississippi, it was like after that, when they fired me, man, Frank Nitty was like, hey, I heard you going from a station, they just started this new hip hop station in Biloxi. So the program director about you, if you want, you know, meet, we won't meet you. I'm like, shit, nigga, my car go everywhere, what's the deal? So boom, I go out there, and so the nigga like, you know, shit, Frank Nitty told me a lot about you. You have an air check, and I say, man, of course I'm green the radio. I don't even know what an air check is. So I say, hey, well, first of all, he asked if I had a resume.
Right.
I'm from the resume. You know what I told him, man?
You the resume.
I say, it ain't nothing a piece of paper can tell you that I can't tell you myself. What you want to know?
Right.
Like, fuck that paper, nigga, take notes. I ain't say take notes, no. But in my mind, like, fuck, take notes, nigga. If you gonna pass some shit on to people to make the decision, take the fucking notes, nigga, fuck that paper. Nigga, like, that's some lazy shit. Fuck a resume, nigga, like, shit, I put what I want to do. You know, fuck, interview me, nigga, see if you want me to do it, and that'd be a rap. So anyway, so I like, ain't nothing piece of paper. He's like, all right, well, do you have a, you know, an air check? So again, going from the first, we could do a live on that check. Like, that's all I got for you. And they hired me anyway, but they showed me how I was supposed to be treated as on that personality, right? Like, shit, they gave me...
It was a new station?
He gave you perks and all, though.
So look, it was an old station that they flipped the format to. So me coming from New Orleans, you know, these small cities love us. They feel like we the city.
Like you already thinking...
So they thinking I'm Diddy. I go to Biloxi like I'm Diddy.
All the right.
So when I accept the job, nigga, he laughing for real. Look, this how you know this ain't no lie. This when Diddy did the Vote or Die campaign. I forget who was fucking running for president, but they gave the Vote or Die shirt, Sean John was popping, whatever. Huh?
Go ahead.
I don't remember, fuck, cause nigga, I was more focused on Diddy.
Come on.
But anyway, so boom, they showed me how I was supposed to be treated as a on-air personality. Like shit, they gave me traveling expenses to move. What did it take me like to pack up my house and move to a house down here in Biloxi? They put me in a hotel until I found an apartment. And then paid to get my shit moved. And gave me my first contract. Right? So it was like, man, this what I was supposed to be getting. And then it's Biloxi. So again, shit, like these country motherfuckers loving me. Right? So this 2004. And then the next year, Trina happened. Destroy the station because shit, we 3 blocks from the beach. So now I'm relocated. Stupid ass. Right? Fuck, it's the weed, nigga, but fuck. Anyway, I'm like Master P, fuck. I know the word I won't say, but fuck, figure it out. Yeah, just figure it out. Fuck, there ain't nothing like knowing the word you won't fucking say. Shit. Fuck, it come out bad. Niggas say shit like certificate and shit. Fuck it, you know? But Katrina happened. And boom, I go to Dallas. I got a sister that live in Dallas, and I'm out there living regular. Like, fuck. What I'm gonna do? Cause again, if y'all think about radio, even though a lot of people don't listen to radio now, I got all the streaming services, whatever. But radio ain't going nowhere because we need it. If we have a hurricane, you gonna pop the batteries in and find out what the fuck going on, and you gonna listen.
They're gonna make sure we stay in tune.
Exactly. Right. So radio ain't going nowhere. Period.
I can dig it.
But what the fuck I was saying? I feel like I'm high as a motherfucker. I was in Dallas. But look, before all that, when I was telling y'all record deal after record deal falling through, I was working different little jobs. I would lie on every application, like, yeah, I did it before. But show me how this here work here, like fuck. Because I realized that unless you needed a degree for something, fuck, they gon' train you to do any fucking job you do.
It's coming.
So it's like, I was an optician. You know, I would fit people for their glasses. Nigga, I cut lenses, I tint glasses, like shit. Yeah, I do all the pre-screening for the doctor and everything, nigga. I was literally an optician. So I used to work at Walmart Vision Center. True fucking story. Google me. I don't know if that's Googleable because they ain't really public now. But anyway, I was working for Walmart Vision Center. So when Katrina happened, again shit, I reverted back to what I used to do. So I went to Walmart. The guy at Walmart, he was like, yeah, well, how you back? And boom, boom. Man, I went to take a fake drug test. I told my sister, pee in the cup. I put it in a medicine bottle and then stuck it in my drawers between my legs so she could stay warm. But I was just sad shit. They probably like, man, she probably got some good dick last night. The way she walking like, nah, nigga, that's some good hot piss. But wait, I popped it in the microwave for a little bit because I wanted it. I thought they were going to tell me I had a fever for a minute before. It was just warm enough to not be too hot. So boom, I get a job at Walmart.
In the business center.
That's the truth, in the vision center. And the man was like, yeah, so this way you'll be, this what we be doing. And you know, Walmart started to get into high fashion. See, when he said that, I was like, I knew I don't want to be here. I just don't want to work here. I hate Dallas. No, in my mind. I got a schedule and everything. And I drove back to, I found an apartment in Gonzales and moved back as close to New Orleans as I could after Katrina. It's like, man, I couldn't wait to swim back home. Katrina happened in August. I moved in Gonzales in December. I was like, man, I'm not about to be regular. But I came home and got a job at the casino at Harris. They were just opening up after Katrina for the reopening or whatever. I was a main banker. I used to wear the blue jumpsuits with no pockets on it. But it was like, man, it's like being in jail. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how. Look. Motherfucking cage. First of all, where I work is called a cage, nigga. That boom, that's like jail. Boom, right? So then the next thing, bitch ain't had no fucking window. That's not like jail, so probably worse than jail. But we had air conditioning. I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. So boom, you gotta go. The way Harris set up, you gotta go down in the basement to get to the. But it's just like jail shit. When one door open. You gotta wait till that door closed for the other door. You know what I mean? And then that bitch slammed like behind you. And then in jail, I working with all, in jail, you know what I'm saying? It was like jail. I was working with all bitches, right? And let me tell y'all, it's nothing like working in entertainment than getting a regular job. You realize that bitches that work regular jobs, they miserable as a motherfucker, nigga. Man, I'm always be disgruntled. They niggas be cheating while they at work. Like, oh, Lord. So look, let me tell you, radio transitioned me for these hoes though, right? Look, I had to perfect. Look, radio transitioned me for it because I could literally talk 8 hours about nothing. You'll feel like I love you, but you won't know nothing about me personally. Like, I perfected that, right? And again, we're gonna go back to support system and team and whatnot. So, remember I told y'all Frank Nitty told me about the job in Mississippi. Shout out to Frank Nitty again, like shit, I had another baby. I called it Katrina baby. Had my son my senior year in high school, my daughter doing Katrina. That's what happened when you got too much time on your hands. You fucking, you make babies.
Right.
You can't Netflix and chill, and nigga, you end up with children. Nigga. Right. So nigga, so boom. Look, what time is it? Never listen to children. Look, I see a half a roll of quarters in this nigga pocket right now. Nigga, I forgot about this. Nigga. Nigga said I see a half roll of quarters. So look, like I had a daughter, and it's like the hours that I was working, it was like, I want to say it was like 2 to 4 to midnight. We about to wrap it up. Oh, okay. I don't know what hand signals me. I didn't know that nigga was a crook, bluff. I don't know if I can't say C word, B word, nigga. I gotta say my family. I can't say cousin because he gay related. I didn't know what the fuck I had to do. But needless to say, like shit, like the way the casino set up, it's just like jail. You get the same. It's the same shit over and over. They give you the same 2 off days, no matter what the off day falls on. Wednesday and Thursday was my off day. Y'all see people on social media be like, it's my Friday. Be like, bitch, what you work at the casino? Cause fuck, nigga, don't nobody call a Wednesday or Friday unless a bitch got the same off days every fucking week. And that's just how the casino was. And it was like, man, no matter what they fell on a holiday or something, it's like, man, this is taking up too much of my life. So now, since I lied about having banking experience and y'all hired me as a banker, I can go get a real bank job and work regular hours. So I was trying to go get hired at this bank that was downtown in the CBD, and go up in the, yeah, cause I had experience. I parked my car in the illegal spot, cause like fuck it, parked my car in the illegal spot, cause you know, look, no matter how crazy I talk, man, I feel like, you know, God is all true.
Right.
And I feel like shit, all my steps are ordered, and I feel like shit, everything everybody have a season and everybody have a time, and then nothing happened by chance and happened by purpose. Parked my car illegally, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna run in this bank, drop all this, see what they schedule me in, and I'm jump back in the car. So I get out the car, I run into Frank Nitty. Frank Nitty said, man, I love the way you been, I ain't seen him. He said, man, you know the radio station right up there? I said, oh, for real? He said, yeah, I'm over here at 102.9, man, LBJ up there. You should go holler at him. I know he up there, not because we just got a meeting. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go holler. So Frank Nitty was like, no, come on, let me show you where to go. Like, because he must have felt my energy, like, as soon as he walk off, I ain't going up there, cause, like, the sad part is, don't nobody hustle more than the motherfucker that don't want to ask a motherfucker for shit.
True.
And I never wanted to feel like I was begging a nigga for some shit that you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, fuck, everybody that I've been listening on the radio, been on the radio forever, like, what the fuck they gonna give me a shot for? So he walked me up there, you know? So that's how I really got on, like shit, running into Frank Nitty again, and he walked me up there. And shit, sad part, the reason why I did all that shit in Mississippi, I did all that shit with LBJ. That was the first thing I told LBJ. I'm like, man, I had no resume for radio. My resume that I had on me was for a bank. So I like, you know, I was like, I don't have no resume. Cause that was really the fucking truth. Like, I ain't gonna give him, cause you know I be lying to get the job. So
you gotta put your shit together.
I ain't put the radio shit that I did because I be lying. Fuck, so like I had a whole thing of resumes. There was all bank shit. I said I worked at Harris, and then I said fuck, I worked at Regents. It was lying. I looked up some addresses, said I worked at Baton Rouge, cause nigga, fuck, it's a game. They ain't gonna check them references. It's like, even if you give a reference, you give a name, and then you give the phone number though, cause people want to Google it. Give my friend's phone, hey, they probably gonna call you, you know.
Right.
So when they call,
the gentleman word you.
and you know, it could fuck. Sometimes I get a name, fake name. Look, they gonna ask for this person. Just go with it. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta do your research for your hustle, right? So it's like shit. It ain't hard to find out who the manager of what bank. So it's like fuck. If you gonna Google some shit, you gonna find out the manager of the bank. But it ain't, I mean, shit, that's gonna be their name. You gonna look at my information and get their number. Or if you find a real man, you ain't gonna call me back for an interview. Fuck it, it's a chance. It's just a chance I take. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit, so I ain't have no resume to give LBJ. And LBJ hired me anyway. So I'm talking about a support system right now because I was working at the casino. And as a banker, shit, I was making anywhere because bankers get paid tips like cashiers. Like when y'all go to the casino, and y'all make some money, and the person that cash y'all, you be like, here, this for you. and they put it in that box that's behind them. They split that between all the cashiers on every shift off. So it's not going to the personal person you give it to.
So you talking about
the whole staff?
It's going not the whole staff. The whole
everybody
the cashier. No, everybody that's a cashier. Period. On every shift. Because morning people gamble at different times, right? And as a banker, being a part of the cashier team, even though my base salary is $23, I could make, it was called totes, because that's tips. I could make anywhere from $7 to $13 extra an hour, right? Just want y'all to put in the mind frame, like, man, I could make over $30 an hour if LBJ gave me a part-time job, making $10 an hour, but he only had three hours a week to offer me on the weekend. And that was running whatever live broadcast they had at the time. I quit Harris. Well, I got fired first and then, but let me tell you, I got fired first and then, oh look, that's a story to tell you. I'm gonna have to come back and chop it up with y'all about that. I got fired first, but then on the last day that I can even, what is called, when you try to get your job back, so you do a, no, fuck, when you trying to get something back, but you, boom, the last day I could do an appeal, to appeal my job to get it back. Oh, all right, boom, the last day I could appeal their decision, I did it, right? And so, fuck, I wrote, cause it really wasn't my fault, but I didn't want the other lady who had kids and all, I had kids, but I had a nigga that held me down. You know what I mean? So it was like, to lose a job, it wasn't really not for me because shit, it's like he said, my nigga at the time was old school. Like he didn't feel like I should be working anyway.
Look at it.
But one thing about old school niggas who feel like they want to take care of everything and don't want you to work, shit, they monitor what they give you too. You know what I mean?
And I don't. When you fucking up,
ain't no fucking up. If you give it to me, that's
credit card with the unlimited.
See, ain't no credit card.
Fucking up. You gonna go there? You got a $500 limit.
So again, you can have an older nigga that'll give you money, but it's like they calculate. If you go back and ask for someone, they're not gonna give you $700. Now you gotta explain what you did with that $700 for this nigga to give you more money. And I definitely ain't won't be in that situation. So again, you only as good as your team. It ain't no way I could quit making an almost $30 an hour job to make $10 an hour, and I can only clock in 5 hours a week, including me. That's $50 a week. That's $200 a month to be a part-time on-air personality. It's like you gotta believe in yourself to sacrifice and give up was definite for something that's a long shot. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta believe in yourself enough, and you also have to have somebody that's willing to support you. And my dude had me. So even though we not together, man, I wouldn't be shit without my daughter there. Cause he held me all the way the fuck down for me to be who I am. Look, I can tell y'all right now, that nigga ain't the perfect person to be in a relationship with. But that nigga's a great father, a great fucking brother, cousin, best friend, parent. That nigga ain't shit to be with, nigga. Fuck. But I'm gonna give that nigga props as a father. You know what I mean?
Man, let's do this. Listen.
I said that in the beginning.
Let's help us end it on that note.
Yeah.
We'll never
I said that in the beginning about love and fucking. I said that in the beginning.
You needed that. You tuned it out on homie. Thank you. Thank you. We never hear like strong black women to the black man home and just said I can't be with him like that. We have a lot of respect for you. Like it's good to see a black woman up here that talking and really walking, and especially with him.
I respect all
different
though, bro.
See, she different. She set you down, you close your mouth.
Like I don't believe in that bitter. I don't believe in being a bitter female. Like but this is the thing though. Like I'm a realist to the world, which makes me one of the realists in the world. It's like I understand that shit. Don't nothing last forever. We all gotta go. Everything have an ending. Right. And every ending don't have to be bad. Right. You just have to understand why it ends. Like man, shit, if you meet somebody and you in the same place at the same time, it's lovely. But fuck man, if I grow past you or you grow past me, man, I can't be mad if you transition off. You feel what I'm saying? Like man, I know a lot of people got a lot of deal breakers, but you got to create your own deal breaker. Like, you know what I mean? Like man, fuck, we evolve and that's just it.
Downtown Leslie Brown chopping with the uptown low cheese.
That was
no
real
motherfucking better.
Cause I'm welcome everywhere in the streets. Uptown, downtown, baby.
Choppin' gang, y'all know what we do. We appreciate you. Queen.
I'm here to be appreciated.
Jeez. I know what the fuck
And if
we
you don't
do.
know the difference between a queen and a pawn, baby, you need to stick to checkers.
Give me my rollers while I can still smell them. Please don't wait till I'm on my way to heaven. Our Father, who art in heaven. Give me my roses while I can still smell them. Give me my roses while I can still smell them. Please don't wait till I'm on my way to heaven. Our Father, who art in heaven. Give me my roses while I can still smell them.